Yeah, it took me like hours to get the dude. You know what I'm saying? But I told y'all what I was gonna do. You know what I'm saying? I was gonna stay up until I got his ass. You feel me? For real though. I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, like, I'm like, I took his like, energy down. You know what I'm saying? And I was trying to like take more of his energy down. You know what I mean? His like, bodyguard and himself, like, they was fucking me up, you know what I'm saying? For real though, but yeah, I managed to get his ass though. But this thing though, they took the like, bodyguard out the picture, you know what I'm saying? They like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what the hell they did with his ass. You know what I mean? After he like hit me like, right at that, like, was slicing it and slicing his like, um his like balls up or whatever when I oh my goodness, he just like killed my ass. Yeah, because I'm telling you, dude was like moving on around with him like he was a fucking puppet. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh my goodness, like it was crazy as ever. I'm like, oh shit. You know what I mean? And so I had to like, actually like, watch out for his ass or whatever when I, you know what I'm saying? Because like his ass was up there like, sneaking around on shit. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't even see him because like, you know what I'm saying? I had to like, put my focus on both of them or whatever when I, you know what I mean? So I was like, I'm like, I gotta get his ass, but first I gotta find out where's his mans. You know what I'm saying? For real though. So I was like, where the hell is this man's at? You beat me? For real though. So anyway, I'm just up there just like checking it out or whatever. And see his ass up there, just walking around with him or whatever. Like a damn lapdog, you feel me? Like, oh good lord, I was like, god damn. So I was like up there just like watching him, and then last thing you know, I went up until I attack him, and I was gonna take his like energy down even more, you know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, his bodyguard got my ass all up in the back with that damn boot out, like, oh! You know what I'm saying? And like when I was like when I kept on trying, I had to like I was trying to get some like more like bumps or whatever whatnot. Know what I'm saying? So I could blow his ass up or whatever and whatnot. You know what I mean? But I had some like I had 3 kenais or whatever whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So I just said I just gave up on trying to like get the like smoke bombs or some shit because I was gonna use them on his ass or whatever whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So I'm out there like just went like back to the like area where I had to like find his ass. You know what I'm saying? That's how dude walking all the way like down that like damn ramp or whatever the fuck that is. You know what I'm saying? That it was a little bridge or something like that. You know what I mean? So I threw 3 kenais at his ass. You know what I'm saying? 1, 2, 3. You know what I mean? And I just started running because his ass was coming right into my ass. I was like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? And next thing you know, I'm up there praying around like, hold the fuck up, where's his mans? Because he didn't have his mans with him. You feel me? So I was like, oh shit, this is gonna be easy. He is so fucking dead. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I killed his ass. For real, because like he didn't have his mans with him. You feel me? For real though. You know what I'm saying? I mean that shit. And I'm like, I'm gonna take advantage of this opportunity while I still can. You feel me? So, you know what I'm saying? I just did what I did, you know what I mean? Start chopping his ass up every chance I got. You feel me? Because, like, it wasn't, like, 2 there. You know what I'm saying? It was just only 1. It was just only him. Dude was, like, saying, I'm not leaving. I'm like, I don't want you to leave. I want you to die. For real, because I wasn't playing no games. Shit. So, yeah, I was chopping his ass up. You know what I mean? For real, though. But I made sure I didn't push armor because every time I push armor, it's like my ninja, she end up falling down on the ground or he end up like, just catching her ass off guard and then kicking her ass like, bop! Like, oh shit. I'm like, oh my goodness, it's crazy number. You know what I mean? For real though. Anyway, so yeah, and I made sure I didn't do that shit. I made sure I press R too. You know what I'm saying? Just like so I could kick him and cut his ass. You feel me? For real though. So that's what I did. I did that shit. You know what I mean? For real though. Anyway, so yeah. Now the correct name is like running point. You know what I mean? I mean, like, it's not rushing point. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, I didn't even look the name up or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? It's running point. And it was good. It was funny as ever. You know what I mean? For real though. And I liked it. I mean, like, it was like, funny as ever. You know what I'm saying? For real though. Anyway, so I was just up there just like, doing my thing or whatever when I, you know what I mean? For real though. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, like, it was cool. It was cool as ever. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm looking at this, like, series called, like, The Resident. Know what I mean? I mean, like, it's about this detective trying to find out what happened to this, like, Usher, you know what I'm saying? For real, though. And it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? And this detective, she good as ever. You know what I mean? I mean, like, good lord. I'm like, shoot. I'm like, it's like I'm looking at a female, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Sherlock Holmes or something like that. You feel me? For real though, it's just like, dang, I'm like, oh my goodness. It was like, oh snap. It was some cool, that's some good, but it's a good series though. Know what I'm saying? I mean, like, it's just like, I'm like, oh my goodness. Know what I'm saying? From the first episode all the way to the sixth, you already know what it is. It's just like, clue, you feel me? I mean, like, oh my goodness. Have tons of people all up in that place or whatever, whatnot. Not saying just like, just like, just interrogating them or whatever when I just trying to see what's like, what went on and all this stuff, see what's up, or like, just like, asking them questions or whatever when I, you know what I mean? For real though. And yeah, that's like, what ask, and that's what like cop do, you know what I'm saying? That's what they does, you know what I'm saying? For real, they trying to figure out what's going on. And they thinking this lady was like, stuck on stupid, you feel me? But no, Shirley was smart as ever. I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying? She put all the pieces together just like that. I'm telling you. For real though. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, oh, good lord. I was like, wow. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh my goodness. For real though. But I don't know who killed this man though. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, and I think his name was like AB. You know what I mean? For real though. But if I, if I figure out who killed this dude or whatever, it's gonna be something else. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, because everybody gets like, asking at the, like, being like, talk to or whatever whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Being like, you know what I'm saying? So she can see what happened or whatever whatnot. And this kid is bright as ever, you know what I mean? Dude is super smart, you know what I'm saying? For real though. I mean, like, shoot, it's whatever, you know what I mean? I mean, like, good lord, that boy was something else. All up in a hotel room with his, like, family or whatever, whatnot, you know what I mean? For real though. Anyway, he was like, saying he wanted a tour of the place or whatever, the tour of the White House, you know what I mean? For real though. And like, she was getting her information, daddy, like, found out when he was like looking, you know what I'm saying? Because like, it was some suspicious, like, movements going on around her, you feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? It was crazy. It was crazy as ever, you know what I mean? Oh my goodness, it was crazy as ever. You know what I mean? I mean, like, she was trying to, ask, get stuff out, and, like, get the information out of the kid, but the kid wanted a tour of the house. You know what I'm saying? So, the kid just showed her that he wasn't stupid. You know what I'm saying? So, she agreed to give him a tour of the house, or whatever, whatnot. I don't know if it's gonna happen or not, you know what I'm saying? But if he does, that be what's up. If it don't, oh well. So, but anyway, Yeah, I mean, like, hey, it was a win-win situation about him. You beat me, for real though. Anyway, like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Hit the bell notification so you can see my next upload and my next post. And I'll make sure I make a notification from my own. Yeah, you can check out my previous videos if you want to. So long, farewell, goodbye.